So just as the world have been changing, there are other changes that are also happening around us. I remember as a child, I was still in primary school, and we were living in a house. I still have a picture of the building in my head. It was a block of rooms, and a room and a parlor, a room and a parlor, a room and a parlor, and we were occupying one of them. And in the middle of the night, a robber, I won't say armed robber, a robber came, and they caught the robber. And while they were beating him up in that middle of the night, he started screaming and calling, "Police, oh, police, oh, police, oh." He was calling police to come and save him from the people that were trying to beat him for death to death. And one musician sang a song then that at that point you will shout, "Who is there?" The robber will do what? They will run away. Today they will write you a letter and tell you they are coming, and they still come according to the letter that they have written. Today they come into your house and they ask you to open the door. Some have refused, and some they have used acid to pour upon the wall, and the acid basically opened up the wall and they gained entrance into the house. In the past, banditry was something you never heard of. I lived in the north, and you can travel at any time in the north. There's a place they call Jos Terminus. You get to that park at 1 a.m. in the morning, you would think it is still 10 a.m. in the morning, because everywhere is moving. People are doing all manner of things at 1 a.m. Nobody is afraid of what will happen. Today, you don't do it because of banditry. People wake up and find that corpses are all around them because bandits have come to overcome them. In the past, it was something difficult to hear about mass murder, mass shooting. Today, the US is almost getting used to it. That you can just tune on your TV and hear that one person used a gun and he was just shooting everybody that he could see. And it could be a 15-year-old child that just decided that I don't want to see anybody anymore. Those are the changes that we are finding occurring in our time. You needed to go to a cinema house to watch Indian film when I was growing up. They normally will write it on in a board, black board with chalk. They will write the film Bruce Lee today. And if your parents see you around cinema that you're even looking at that board, you will explain what you're looking for. But today we have children, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, that are surfing the internet, and all manner of things are being pushed to them. You don't need to search for it. There was a time when I still know that in my secondary school we had people that were gay. They were not gay in the sense of gay today, but they were living homosexual life because of the school environment. We knew that. We knew the girls' schools, they were lesbians, but they were not things that anybody would come out to say. They were not things that you could open your mouth and say, "Oh, I practiced a thing like this." Sodomy was something that it was known that was happening in schools. The US government had a policy some years back they called "Don't Ask, Don't Tell." Don't ask, don't tell was a policy in the military. What that meant was, we will not ask you your sexuality. We will not ask you to tell us whether you are gay, whether you're lesbian, whether you're heterosexual or anything. We will not ask you. But don't tell us. Don't tell us. President Obama came and he cancelled it. He said, if you're gay, tell us. We want to know that you are. And we'll protect you. That's the world that we live in. It's a world where sex change was something difficult to hear of. But today, all it takes is for a girl to say, I'm a tomboy. Anytime I don't want to play with girls, I just feel like playing with boys. And it looks like I'm male. I don't think I was actually female. And your parents don't need to be told, and the child is wheeled to the theater and a sex change surgery is performed. That's the society we live in today. Kidnapping has become a business, big business in our nation. We've had wives arrange kidnap of their husbands. We've had children arrange kidnap of their parents. Things that were unthinkable in the past. Now you're traveling, you're deleting your cell phone, all the alerts in your cell phone, you're deleting them because you're not sure if you're going to be kidnapped on the road. And they will start surfing your phone and says, you had 100,000 naira in your account. A colleague was sharing with me how he got kidnapped. And he said what saved him, he had deleted so many of the alerts that were in his phone. So they kept asking, and then they found his wife's travel business. People were paying for flight tickets. So they basically made him call the wife. The wife transferred the money into an ATM that he had with him there. So from the ATM, they withdrew it on the POS. And said they almost shot him, but it was God that delivered him. But that's the nation we live in today. Kidnapping doesn't mean anything anymore. And the government is telling us how many trillions of naira that is paid in ransom every year in our nation. Idolatry is the biggest thing now in the southeast. And someone shared in my alumni forum, someone shared a video yesterday of a woman that was calling Satan. Said Satan should rise up, that the governor of Anambra State is challenging them. That the governor is saying they should not go to the stream to go and put sacrifice. He's saying they should not come to the road to put sacrifice. Does the governor want the sacrifice brought to his house? If they are not accessing the river, they are not accessing the main roads, should they bring sacrifice to his house? And he was asking Satan, rise up and fight this fight that you're being challenged in Anambra State. And it happened in my village. Some weeks back, there was a lot of fighting. I'll call it fighting on the social media forum we have. And what was the issue? There's one disease. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's basically ulcer of the leg. And they believe somebody cast it upon you. So it's raining that someone have cast it. So they want to go to a native doctor that will find out who did this and punish the individual. So all the youths, I can say 90% of all the comments that came out of it were saying, let's go and bring another god from another community. That all the idols we have in our community are they're not strong anymore. And someone pointed out they've taken someone to the idol, one of the big idols in my community. And they've taken them there and nothing happened to the individual. And someone alleged that the priest of that idol has collected bribe. So that's why he did not kill the people that are doing this infliction. So they need to go to another community and bring an idol that does not know anybody. The idol that will deal with everybody. And it got up to the Igwe of my village. At the end of the day, they resolved, those that believe in idolatry, continue in idolatry. Those that believe in church, continue in church. But nobody will go and bring anything in the name of the community. And youths are believing in it. One of them said, we have tried crusades to stamp this out. Crusades have not helped us. So let's try another thing. The Bible tells us in Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 verse 4. And Jesus answered and said to them, take heed that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. There were warnings that the Lord gave to us. Verse 11, it says, and many prophets will rise up and deceive many. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Young men today are giving out their friends as sacrifice. We have seen so many young girls slaughtered. Slaughtered because somebody was told, go and bring fresh blood. Go and bring this and you become rich. And I'm asking, the man that wants to make you rich, why is he not rich? Is it that he doesn't like riches? Why is he asking you to give to him so that you can become rich? Sometimes I listen to some advertisements, oh, come and invest this. And within seconds, your money will be tripled. Your money will be tripled within 10 minutes. And I'm asking, don't they have relations that need money? Don't they need money themselves? Can't they multiply their own fund? So today people are being deceived everywhere. Unfortunately, the elect, some Christians are beginning to doubt in their hearts. We have tried this, it didn't work. We have tried this, it didn't work. Let's try the other one and know whether it will work. Like I was sharing the village forum that I belong to. Almost 90% of the people that made contribution were saying, let's try another thing. Let's go and bring this idol from another community. And on Sunday, all of them would troop to church. All of them would troop to church. He was my roommate in the university. He's a bishop in Nnewi of the Anglican Communion. He was preaching a gospel somewhere. And he said, this masquerade had blocked the road. He was going to another community to go and preach. And they had blocked the whole road, saying nobody was going to pass. Eventually, they saw his vehicle. There was a big masquerade that came and said, everybody give way. Said, this is our bishop. And he said they cleared the way for him until he passed. And he said, the masquerade said I am his bishop. Because he's masked, he doesn't know who is behind the mask. But the member knows it's his bishop. And he was just addressing them. You may not even know the pastor's wording may be the one in the masquerade. There was a man that sang a song. I was very young when that song was released. He was a native doctor. He was saying why he goes to church and also does idolatry. He says for those that worship idols, that they eat a lot of chicken. If you grew up in the village, I know how they worship idols. They always bring chicken to idols. And normally it's the blood that is offered to the idol and the feathers. So if you go there, you will see a lot of blood, you will see a lot of feathers. But the flesh is eaten by the priest. So he said that's why he wants to be a priest, because there will always be chicken to eat. We also say he wants to go to church because he will get a share in heaven. Those that go to church, there is a place for them in heaven. So he's going to practice the two. But the Bible tells us that we cannot serve God and mammon.